For today's look, I will be using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Beauty Killer palette from Jeffree Star, and the Nudes and Roses from Hard Candy. I will be showing you guys how to do a simple rose gold prom makeup look. I will be taking the It Cosmetics fluff brush and dipping it into Courtney from the Beauty Killer palette. I will be blending that out into my crease. We're going to be taking a blending brush and dipping it into the shade Burnt Orange from the Modern Renaissance palette. We're going to be blending it onto the crease. We'll be blending it upward into the brow bone. I'm going to be going back in with that It Cosmetics brush and just blending those two colors in, making it a nice transition. To make my eyeshadow pop, I'm going to be cutting my crease. I'm going to go in with the Hard Candy's Glamoflauge concealer in the shade Light. I'll be using a small detailed concealer brush. For my lid, I'll be using the Rose Gold shade from the Hard Candy Nudes and Roses palette. I'm going in with a synthetic flat brush. I'm going to be spraying my brush with NYX setting spray. I like doing this because it gives it a more metallic look. I'll be placing that all over the lid. Because this is a very affordable brand, it's not as pigmented as high-end brands, so I'm going to be packing on this eyeshadow so it'll look more metallic and glittery. I would recommend using a glitter glue before adding this onto your lid. I'm taking China White from the Beauty Killer palette and I'm placing it all over the brow bone. I want a very soft transition between the crease and the lid, so I'll be going back in with the shade Courtney from the Beauty Killer palette. I'm going to be blending it out into the crease, making sure to get rid of any harsh lines. For my outer corner, I'm going to be using the Morphe Y16 brush. I'm going to be dipping it into Red Ochre and Cypress Umber from the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm going to be blending it into my outer corner and upward into my crease. To get that nice clean eyeshadow line, I'm going to go in with the Hard Candy's Glamoflauge concealer in the shade Light. I'm going to be using a small concealer brush and I'll be getting rid of any fallout or mistakes. And then I'm going to be blending it out with a beauty blender. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to be using the light champagne shade from the Hard Candy Nudes and Roses palette. For my foundation, I'm using L'Oreal's True Match in the shade True Beige N5. I'll be dotting it all around my face and then using my beauty blender to blend it out. When my beauty blender is dry, I like going in with my setting spray and just spritzing it 2 to 3 times. This helps it get the moisture back and it applies better. For my concealer, I'll be using Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind. I'll be using the shades Medium and Light Pale. I like going in with medium first because it's closer to my skin tone. I'm going in with light pale afterwards, very lightly, just to brighten up certain areas. What I like to highlight is my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, my chins, and my cheek. Afterwards, I like going in with my beauty blender and blending it all out. To set my foundation, I'll be going in with my Airspun Any Fluffy Powdered brush. I'll also be getting rid of any excess translucent powder left from my baking. For my contour, I'm going in with the City Color Contour Effects palette. I'm going in with the shade Bronze. I'll be using a fluffy blush brush. I'm going to be contouring my cheekbones, my forehead, and the side of my face. Personally, I like an orange blush because I feel like it suits my skin tone better. But since we're using pink tones for the eyeshadow, I'm going in with a pink blush from Physicians Formula in the shade Warm. I'll be using a kabuki brush to blend it onto my cheeks. For my highlight, I'm going to be using the light champagne shade from the Hard Candy Nudes and Roses palette. I'm going in with the Morphe Y14 brush. I'll be spraying it with the NYX setting spray to intensify the look of the eyeshadow. To set my makeup, I'll be going in with NYX Matte Setting Spray. I'm going to go back in with the Morphe Y14 highlighting brush and dipping it into the light champagne color from the Nudes and Roses palette. I like to highlight my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my brow bone. If you guys personally don't like highlighting too much, then you can just skip this step, but I personally like it. So this is the final makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a great day.